when you have a low battery on your phone, some of the functions start to act up on the phone, like your lights start to dim, or you're not able to go to certain apps because of the low battery. Just think about yourself. When you operating on low energy from not having sleep, it's harder for your body to respond to the things that we do throughout the day.
So basically, what you're saying is that um, by the time you get to the evening time, it always is, first of all, not only how your day has been, it's a response a lot of times to that. And you got to make smart choices at that time too, specifically when it comes to about the dinner time, to say, hey, if I eat properly, some of the responses that I was thinking about participating in, for example, high calorie dessert, or alcohol for that matter, I am more likely to avoid doing that, because I love the term that you said, trick your body into thinking that no, no, it's I'm gonna go to the normal day, life's back to normal, or the my I'm not reacting in a manner that is not healthy for me. So
Right.
that's good to know. Now, you mentioned earlier at the beginning, when we were talking about that, a lot of things play a role into. Actually, no. Before I talk about that, is there one habit, one lifestyle habit that you wish, again, not necessarily that people are doing it, or there's enough evidence that this is being widely adopted, but as a personal trainer, as a certified nutritionist, as a health coach, is there a lifestyle habit that you wish people engaged more in after dinner, um,
Mm.
for betterment of their health?
I was after dinner, since it's getting closer to the time where you need to wind down. You want to try to get your body to relax so you
Mm,
can get better rest at night. Some type of activity that helps, help relax the mind. So, whether you want to jump in the sauna, that's something that can, you getting some sweat in, but you also helping your body to relax a little bit better.
mm,
Like I mentioned before with the walks, you can do them after every meal just to
mm.
kind of train your body to use sugar or the glucose. Um, some type of low impact exercise. So
Got
if
it.
you got like a cycle at home, maybe elliptical, something just to like help you relax, nothing that gets your heart rate up too much. This would be the time where I'm really just trying to focus on sleep.
Mm,
It's not going to be perfect. This is something that's going to be hard because, you went the whole day of being somewhere you probably don't want to be. So you at home now and you trying to pack in everything in one, you know, 2 or 3 hours out of the day. So a lot
mm,
of us we want to do, you know, all the stuff that's not healthy for us. But if you just plan your day, plan your day is not going to be perfect. The morning time, touch hands with the lunchtime, touch hands with the dinner time. So it's all about the planning.
got it. And you mentioned we mentioned sleep. I think it's so underestimated, the impact of sleep on blood glucose, and we see this all the time with our, with the members and our clients, where we are able to track the sleep and look at the sleep patterns, the REM cycle, the deep cycle, all that, and the corresponding blood glucose spikes to that. It's amazing how, as we've got more access to data, as we've got more access to science, how we're able to figure out the correlation. Which brings me to the next point. I know you said that sleep is important. And I think both of us agree with that. But what is let's take a individual that doesn't get that, that doesn't see that. What is, and he or she is one of your clients, let's say. what
Yeah.
would you tell them when it comes to the importance of sleep in, obviously, blood glucose? I just talked about that a little bit, but in the overall health and the general well-being, how would you what would you say to them when, if somebody comes to you and say, I sleep 4 hours a day, man. I could go like a rocket ship after 4 hours. But what would you say to them?
Well, sleep is it's something that we can look over, but we can really feel as the
Mm,
day goes on. Um, I look at it kind of like our phones. When you have a low battery on your phone, some of the functions start to act up on the phone, like your lights start to dim, or you're not able
mm,
to go to certain apps because of the low battery. So just think about yourself. When you operating on low energy
mm.
from not having sleep, it's harder for your body to respond to the things that we do throughout the day, the stressors of the day. The foods that we eat. Our body have a harder time of trying to respond to a lot of these things when we're lacking the energy. Because it take energy to digest food.
Mm, mm.
And so sleep plays a big role on how we operate day in and day out.
Yeah, it's as I've gotten older again, I've started to realize that, and even if somebody is able to, I mean, you're obviously much younger than I am, but even if somebody is able to go for a day or so without proper sleep, right? Man, it will
Mm.
catch up to you. It will catch
Whew.
up to you, and when it does, whew, that sucks. I mean, that then you pay the price much in a much stronger manner than if you would have just put that thing aside and said, "Man, I got to focus on sleep and quality sleep at that." So, all the
Mhm.
things that you have mentioned from the evening regimen, for lack of a better term, the good habits, the eating properly, the light exercise a little bit, all that leads to the ultimate final chapter within the 24-hour period, which is the proper sleep, right? So
Right.
you do all the things right, then when you lay in bed and you try to go to sleep at night, now you are on the way to get good sleep. It's not guaranteed, but your chances are a whole lot better of getting
Mm.
a good night's sleep if you've done everything right during the course of the day, and
Yeah.
and all that. um if somebody came to you and said, "Man, Daniel," somebody meets you at a social event, right, at a football game or something, and they say, "Daniel, I just need you to give me three pieces of advice, the top three things that I should think about, I should do, I should engage in for the max impact." What are those three things that you would tell them? And again, this is regardless of the time of the day, so I'm not worried about the evening side, but three things, go do these, and they're going to have a big impact on you. What are those?
The three things I will recommend. First, some people, well, I would say everybody, we need to have a plan in order. Especially when it comes to like setting goals. A lot of us we fall off the bandwagon because
Mm,
we just didn't plan properly. So, as a health coach, we will talk about SMART goals, something that's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time based.
mm,
So that should be your framework on what you're planning to do. So this kind of leads me on to the, the section when I talked about a little is a lot.
mm,
You know, um, you know, tackle your smallest thing. Well, tackle the easiest thing first. So whether you feel like getting better, more rest at night, or drinking more water, or just walking 10 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes out the day is easy for you, you know, tackle the little things first. That's how you get the small wins. Those small wins, they gonna add up to a bigger win when you look at 2 years or a year from now. So that's why a little is a lot when it comes to setting habits up. A third thing I would say is a support team.
Mm.
You need somebody to keep you accountable. You need like somebody in the household. I run to it all the time as a trainer. You have somebody want to hit a goal, but you got somebody else in the
Yeah.
house that goes completely opposite of what they're trying to do. So there's a natural head button in the household. Make sure your partner know what you're trying to do. Keep you in line with the goals that you do set, and just kind of make it harder for yourself to get to those certain pleasures that you enjoy the most.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very true. I mean, if you're in a household where all you're seeing is fried food when you're trying to lose weight or get healthier, man, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough. And that goes for people that are just in a relationship or have a larger family with kids and stuff. And I think it helps with setting up the right habits for the kids early on as well to see that.
Yeah.
So those are wonderful, wonderful tips. I thank you for that. Well, folks, there you have it. You heard from Daniel on a lot of different ways to improve your insulin sensitivity, your managing your blood glucose, and overall well being as well. Daniel, thank you for your time. But before you go, tell people how they can find you and learn more about your work.
Yes, sir. Again, thank you for the opportunity. If you want
Sure.
to reach out to me, you can find me at biofitcoaching.net. So that's my website, or you can also email me at biofitcoaching@gmail.com. So those are my two ways right now. I'm working on, just kind of staying away from social media because I know I didn't talk about the blue light screen and all that stuff, but I'm just trying to teach myself on my screen time. So this is why I'm not on social media right now. But if you want to contact me, those are the two areas.
And you do have but I did come across your YouTube channel, which has some tremendous assets or videos there. What was the channel handle? I forget.
It's train for the flex. So that's all together. So train for the flex.
Perfect, perfect. Well, Daniel, thank you for your time. It was a pleasure to speak with you. I'm sure we'll stay in touch. And for those who are interested in about hearing more about us, Healed as a company, as we've come to be known as the company that is truly helping people reverse their diabetes the right manner. We're not prescribing medication. There's a time and place for it, but we believe that lifestyle modification is a much bigger impact and much more fruitful for longer term success. So that's what we focus at Healed. If you'd like to get more information about us and what we do, you can find us at iHealed. So that's letter IHEALD.com. Once again, my name is Sandeep Misra. I'm one of the co-founders, and hope you found this episode useful. And we'll talk to you on the next one.